I miss when things were less serious. I miss when you didn't act so curious. Before all the drama we've been having lately. Before you started moving funny, acting shady. I miss those nights where you never left my side. I miss those nights there was nothing left to hide. I miss those nights, yeah, we went with the flow. The nights where we just took it real slow. You got me thinking about those nights that I miss. Those nights just like this. Those nights that I miss. Even though you drive me crazy. Baby girl, you my baby. Those nights that I miss. Those nights that I miss. I miss when we used to lay up. Late night calls, yeah, we used to stay up. I miss those nights where the vibe was real. We was on the same page, yeah, you knew the deal. And you not kiki now, but a nigga in his field. And I've been real, this is now, need some time to heal. I just really miss those nights like this.
Alright, is this working? Always gotta do a mic check. Always.
Like this, those nights that I miss, even though you drive me crazy. Baby girl, you
Okay, it is. Nice. Now, if I move it over here, is it gonna start tweaking? Okay, it's not tweaking. Nice. Alright. Give me a second. I'm coping. Hello, it's you can't open the door. I just wanna hear. Hey, introduce it to my store. Remixing for you. She my track queen, with the bando. We be counting up, watch how far the bands go. We just set a goal, talking matching Lambos. 56 a grand. Man, I swear, hey, hit the strip club. Okay. Alright, we gotta be on a little bit of speed run timing, cause yeah, gotta do adult things in the morning. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and wham. And wham. Oh, I forgot to turn the light on. That's tough. Give me a sec. Alright. Let me make sure the music's not too loud, because I'm about to tell a little story and whatnot, and then we'll get into business. Alright, we're all good. Look, we almost lost a real one today, dog. The computer would not start, and I think the issue we have here is this is like a, I don't know how many gigabytes, but it's an X amount gigabyte computer. I think it's like 250, and I have like a 2 terabyte I think I have a terabyte hard drive in here, and also a 500 gigabyte hard drive plugged into here, and I have so many like videos and raw files from like recording and whatnot that this computer basically has double the amount of like files and stuff on it that it was actually programmed to handle, because it's actually a relatively old computer. So I guess it's just having a hard time handling the startup process, because it has so much to process, getting all these apps and files ready to be used and whatnot. So that might be a little bit of an issue, and I might have to get a new editing computer, which will be, I mean, it's a needed upgrade, but it's not an upgrade I'm financially prepared to make right now. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do to keep the train going. Losing my breath. Nonetheless, before we get into the reaction, I'm actually gonna leave this all in, because it's all relevant to what, you know what I'm saying, what's going on. So if you don't know, okay, it's just gonna. So look, I've been using, I'm doing a case study on the Utureshow because it's such an interesting series of events. It's an interesting contest and whatnot, and you know what I'm saying? It's just fascinating. So basically, today I was running through some of the things I feel like saying after the top 5 is over, because I'm reviewing it and I've already written the first, how I feel about the first half and whatnot. As you can see here, my notes on like the contestants and who's been eliminated so far in their channels and things of that nature and whatnot, and a summary of what's going on here. So crazy enough is I wrote down 2 things I wanted to talk about before I got into the reaction today, and one of them was get on the grind. Well, because like it's gonna look stupid now, but basically as I'm studying these channels and whatnot, after, you know what I'm saying, basically after being eliminated, hello, hi, skip. Anyways, basically after being eliminated, they would go on like this hiatus of 3 to 4 days, right, and whatnot, which, as you can see here, I can't remember when exactly he got eliminated. When did Mr. Mike? Week 4, so that would have been last week. And then, he disappeared for a few days, but then he actually live streamed the Saturday after being he live streamed the Saturday after being eliminated, because they get eliminated on a Wednesday, and then he disappeared for a week up until today, where he uploaded this. And then Melaprilia, same thing. She got eliminated last week, which we'll talk about when we do the intro for it, as if we haven't already started a stream and whatnot. And she also disappeared for it. This was the last challenge they did. Riders Republic disappeared for a week until today, where she live streamed, which we will get into that with the second thing that I want to talk about. Same thing with Kokui Cake. Here we go. Yeah, where they did the high score whatnot, and then she got eliminated on, I believe it was this Wednesday is when her and Mela got eliminated. So they disappeared for a week until today when she streamed. It's not up yet. And the thing that I was going to say was, tell them to, my face cam's not on there. It's okay. Whatever. We'll fix it in a second. But I was going to say, like, get on the ground. Like, this is a great opportunity. And, to kind of, I wouldn't say spoilers, because people that I watch stream probably aren't going to watch the video or whatnot. But basically, like, this show has actually brought them a good boost, nice little nudge in audience, and not just, in subscribers, and not just subscribers, but people that are actually watching the videos and whatnot. And you really need to take that cornerstone that you have and run with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like, it's not insane, crazy, overnight Justin Bieber success type of views, but it's definitely enough to, be that cornerstone to build an audience out of and to continuously grow. So I know getting eliminated from a contest where you could potentially win $100,000 and also be in another week, which would be more promotion for your channel and whatnot. I know it really sucks and it would be very disappointing to lose, but you can't, they did. So I can't say you can't take that time to cope and whatnot, because people handle things differently. But you hop, like, as soon as that's over, you gotta hop on that grind and really, like, you know what I'm saying? I guess milking is the word for it. Start getting that content out. And I know people, these guys have different lives, and they probably don't have as much free time as me, or I don't have that much free time either. But, like, people don't have that much free time and whatnot, depending on their job and how stressful the job is on them mentally and physically, to where it's going to be a little hard to do content. But it was like, you got to get on that grind, because it's like, this is a great opportunity. And, there's people here. And then also, some of these channels are really young, or they don't have that many videos. Like Melaprilia, she just started making gaming content not too long ago. Like, she had like 2 or 3 gaming videos before she like joined Uture. And it's like, you're getting this new audience, you're getting this new these new subscribers and whatnot, and they've only seen you in the competition, so they've seen like your videos being reacted to on the competition and whatnot. So now they're gonna go check out your other stuff, you know what I'm saying? And you know, if you only have 2 or 3 other, like, there's no catalog to go to, you feel me? So you gotta pump those out and keep it going, and you know what I'm saying, keep those viewers engaged. But also, another things I want to say is, even though this is a nudge and subscribers and whatnot, you know, go on the grind, but a lot of people will grind because they're getting the views, you know what I'm saying, because they're getting that 500, and then when it dips to like 400, 300, they will stop because they're like, it's depreciating or whatever. But audience retention is the hardest part of any form of content creation, you know what I'm saying, because that is the part that you literally have zero control of. So another thing that I wanted to say was, like, even when, you know, the audience drops a little bit and it starts to plateau, still don't stop, you know, stay on the ground, keep pumping this out, because, you know, those are going to be, whatever it plateaus to, whatever that number is, that's your true audience, that's your core fans, that's your core fan base. And you take that core fan base, no matter how big or small it is, and you ride with them until you reach bigger and better things and whatnot. So yeah, it was like, it really, like, you know what I'm saying, like, resonated with me, because like, you know, you see these people and they really want to grow their channel, and they're kind of like starstruck by the fact that they were able to interact with these gigantic YouTubers and whatnot, when literally, you know, a month ago they were just people throwing up videos every once in a while for shits and giggles, you know, just for the sake of throwing up a video. And now, you know, they're getting feedback from some of the biggest creators in the world, and it's kind of like that starstruck effect and whatnot. But that's a little bit of a tangent. The premise of the message was to get on the grind, because it's a great opportunity to really grow, and also there's more support for your videos than ever. So that's another incentive to get into the, you know, to get your going. And I talk with my hands, and it makes my camera focus real crazy, but it's like, you know, the pump it out, because there's a lot of people who, even like, you know, I said it wasn't crazy Justin Bieber views and shit like that, but there's a lot of people still grinding for even that, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, you just got to make the most of what you got, you feel me? Because like, it's a really good opportunity, because I'm reiterating. But another thing I want to say was, there's 11 contestants on this, you know what I'm saying? So this was a really good way to start networking, and that's where those live streams that I said that they did today really comes into play, because I wrote down that I wanted to come on here and say, get on the grind, post more videos, because it's going to be something I'm going to reiterate in my case study video, is that someone like Melaprilia, who only had like 3 or 4 gaming videos, you know, now has, you know, just gained a good amount of subscribers and getting more viewership. Like, get more gaming videos out, shawty. These people, they came to the competition and saw you do gaming. Get more gaming out so they have more stuff to watch. You know what I'm saying? Get on that grind. Don't be sulking over getting, you know, dropping out the competition. You got this audience now, and they were not there 3 weeks ago. So get it going. Or like a Mr. Mike, you know, who got eliminated earlier, and he went on a little bit of a hiatus, and you know, I looked into his channel, and he only had 14 fucking videos over 2 years. 14. To put that in perspective, my channel is 3 years old, and I have 600 fucking videos, and I have well over 50 videos privated and unlisted. So that is an insanely low amount, and he has now, of course, he was very low when he started. If I remember correctly, he was at 181 subscribers when the competition started. Now he's at over 1,000. So he has 1,000 subscribers and only 14 fucking videos. Insanity. Like, you really have that, you know what I'm saying, that cornerstone to grow there. But I got off topic. The networking. This is a great opportunity to network. Now, I know all of them are basically in different time zones. Some of them are in the UK. Captain Deadmeat is in Australia. One of them is in the eastern, you know, in the eastern seaboard with me. Like Mikey and Drag Trashley are in like Central America, not Central America as in like, you know, Mexico and like that, but like Central United States, you know, like CST type beat. But I was like, this would be a great time to, you know, network. Like, Mr. Mike and Melapuria both live in Britain. They're both in the same time zone. So it's, you know, start collabing, you know what I'm saying? Especially since y'all made, you know what I'm saying, you know, collab, play some games together, this, that, and the third, network, you know, you form those business relationships and whatnot. And same thing with, like, I don't know where Kokoe Cake is based in, but like, well, you know, Drag Trashley and Mikey are two different, like, opposite sides of the spectrum when it comes to creation, but they live, as I'm assuming, in the same time zone. I don't really know if Illinois and Alabama are in the same time zone. I'm assuming not, but it's close enough. There would be only an hour or two difference. So that, collabs out of that. Or Mikey and a B-Bell. B-Bell is on EST. So, it's a great time to network, especially the 11 of you, and then this, that, and the third. Well, they did network. They did a co-stream today. I believe it was Mr. Mike, Melaprilia, and Kokoe Cake did like a Fall Guys stream. Only caught a little bit of it. Guy was at work, and watching a live stream at work is kind of difficult, especially with like that. But yeah, that was pretty much what I wanted to get on here and get. And I'm glad I didn't get super animated and passionate about it, because like I was thinking about like me, if I was in that situation, where this, that, and the third. I was like, yo, I would love to be in that situation. Now, I'm not in the point with free time and whatnot to where I could participate in a Uture show, even if I was, well, knowing me, I'd find a fucking way. But logically, I would not be able to. But if I were in this position, I would be grinding super hard, because you know what I'm saying? Like, this is something that, I really want. And it's like, this is like that point, there's a lot of things that I wanted to do growing up that for one reason or another that I couldn't do. So like, my entire life has just been like, the world telling me no. Even now with YouTube, this is a small channel. It is still, what YouTube is telling me no. But like, this is the one time in my life where I can't take no for a fucking answer, right? So like, I'm balls to the wall anyways on the content. So imagine getting that boost, that nudge, that shout out. You know what I'm saying? That would just ramp it up. It's a live stream. Let's fucking elaborate. Like, for example, little Foxboy Lloyd, when Foxboy Lore, when I was making Madden content, right? I remember when I was grinding that out for a year or so, and then one of my videos hit like 5,000 views. I daily I was still working full time and whatnot, physical labor, 8 hours a day. I made sure I got a fucking video out every day. It was like every day for a smooth 2-3 weeks while dealing with a moving situation. And I dead ass, like, I really was basically homeless, nigga. And I was still uploading those fucking videos, bro. I didn't have internet, so I would wake up or do whatever. Like, when I moved out I had to move in with my mom for a little bit, and then I moved out here. So I didn't have internet here for like 2-3 weeks. So even then, I would go to my mom's house to the internet, render the video there, post it, and then go to work or come back here. I went through a lot. So it's like, get on that grind, post some things up, start networking, because it's really good to, build that community, right? To have that community with your viewers and other YouTubers. And I really like seeing YouTubers come together and do stuff, because it's like that blend of personalities and seeing how people interact with each other and whatnot. Really good. But nonetheless, we're going to jump into this. I do need to somewhat speed run this, because, we got to do grown up things. But let's get it popping. So, wham! Turn the face cam on, turn this off. So, wow. Oh, gotta put the headset.
This pepperoni was carefully placed by hand by a pizza maker at Papa John's. Just like this one, and that one over there. Ooh, and even these in the
I ain't
crust.
gonna lie, Pizza Hut
Get yourself the
a little
new
better.
epic pepperoni
I got
stuffed
Pizza
crust
Hut
pizza,
over Papa
only at
John's.
Papa John's.
Y'all can protest if you want, but
wonder,
nobody beats that Pizza Hut thin crust on literally nothing.
Now you should
Nothing
feel
beats it.
much worse. Vaping nicotine can actually increase
Alright,
feelings
so
of
now I'm going to
stress
do
and
like a little
anxiety.
intro thing as if we didn't just talk for 18 minutes. So if you missed it in the Wednesday episode, which is like the elimination episode, they actually did a double elimination, which led to, they eliminated 2 people. They ended up getting rid of Kokoe Cake first and Melaprilia, which was really kind of like a shocker, because Melaprilia was the wild card here, because her videos have been consistently getting in that 29-32 range, to where 28 points had you safe for the first few weeks, and then she got 30 and she was safe last week and whatnot. So like, we didn't really know how much the audience was rocking with her voting rise, so I honestly couldn't tell who was gonna get voted out that week or not. Same thing with Kokoe Cake. I figured like I figured she had like that Pokimane effect for one reason or another. So, because I remember seeing when Mikey was in the elimination zone, I clicked on his community post to this, that, and the third. Actually, let's see if that comment is still up. Actually, and there was somebody in Mikey's thingy or whatnot, like he slid for Cookery Cake, which was crazy to me to see that on somebody. I was trying, like, you know, we all appreciate that support. Am I not? Oh, I am. Let's see. Can we find that comment? Because I love having. Yeah. Oh, is it this one? Oh, look. Wait for it. Don't worry, I'm a slow reader. Take my word for it. All right. I'll be sitting here reading these for like 10 minutes. But nonetheless, people really was like riding with Cookie Cake and whatnot. So it was kind of, it was a shock. It was like unexpected, but not shocking, you know, because like her style of content isn't really going to resonate with like a game show where it's more about being this spectacular, you know, in your face, great edit, super production value style of, you know what I'm saying, content, as hers is more like a smooth, you know, ride through the park. When I was writing her like case study thing of my case study of this show, the way I described her videos was like an electric car on a freeway. It's like, you know, you get in the car, it doesn't really make that much noise, it's really comfortable, and it's just a smooth ride down the freeway and whatnot, and you're 18 minutes into a 20-minute drive and you feel like you weren't conscious for half of it because it's been so smooth. There was no bumps, there's no hiccups, and this, that, and the third. But yeah, so they packed Cookie Cake and Melaprilla up, which was shocking because that means they saved Drag Trashly, which I didn't think he was going to make it this far. The LGBT community really slid for Drag Trashly. Now, I don't know if drag queens are considered part of the LGBT community because you can be straight and still be a drag queen, at least from my basic knowledge of the subject. The other thing, yeah, I think that's. Well, since they did the double elimination, if they keep that up, there's 5 contestants left. If I'm good at math, I'm pretty sure there's only 5 left. So if they're doing 2 at a time, that means this is the semifinals. Because if 2 people get eliminated this week, that would leave 3. And if they eliminate 2 people next week, that will leave the 1 contestant that will be the winner. So this is the semifinale of the Utureshow. This has been a cool, if I'm right, it's been a cool 5 weeks, and this would have been a 7-week competition. And hey, I can get that case study out. Yeah. And whatnot. Make sure the mic's not muted. We're all good. All right, let's throw this headset on and let's get to the reactions. Now, they're playing some game that I have not heard of, so expecting them to, you know, go crazy. Let's do it.
Welcome back to Uture. 5 remaining contestants are in the running
there
for
are 5 left.
$100,000 prize. And judging our up-and-coming content creators,
we got dragged to the top 5
in the world. Dan TDM.
Also, in that like elimination video, I don't know what the heck was going on, but Drag, he looked so tired. And there's a lot of people who are like tired, sleepy, drowsy, this, that, and the third that go throughout the day and you don't really notice. But no, he was visibly like just sleep deprived or stressed. You know, crazy how I'm big on body language, but I'm bad at details of it. But yeah, he looked distraught, and I hope homeboy's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if this is like his last week on it, bro, you made semifinals, you made it to the top 5. You know what I'm saying? That's something to be proud of, because there was a lot of really good small content creators in here, and these guys, you know what I'm saying, the fans, and you know, you made it to the top 5, and you know, and nobody can take that away from you.
Oh, that flip was insane.
Odie Shadow Lady and Smallish Beans.
KO.
Shofu.
Hey.
Oh my
and Infinite.
That beard was crisp.
This week's contestants were challenged to get the most creative KO in a brand new Brawler Royale Rumbleverse. And for the first time, they'll also be judged on their title and thumbnail. And later in the show, you get a chance to win some incredible prizes from Aces ROG, so stick around. But first, let's get ready to rumble.
I don't think Skis or Drag are gonna have a crazy thumbnail. I kind of want to cheat and look up their videos to like see, but that's cheating. But if I had to make a guess, I don't think Skis or Drag are gonna have crazy thumbnails. Nonetheless, Mikey's thumbnails are very simple yet effective type of beat. But yeah, you know, honestly, RCS or B-Bell might have the best thumbnail from a person who makes his thumbnails, and they're not the best in the world sometimes. But we'll look at them and we'll analyze them, see what I can point out.
Let's hear it for our first contestant to enter the Rumbleverse. It's B-Bell.
You got a face in there, maybe more of a grimace would be good. Like,
no, I missed the pause.
in there, but
okay, let's see. Let's analyze this thummy. First off, the picture came out clear. She probably posed for this. I don't do that because I am absolutely atrocious at taking pictures. I look absolutely horrible in pictures. I don't like taking pictures for that reason. So when I get when I have those thumbnails with my face in it, it's pulled from the video. But the downside of that, even though you're getting a real reaction, a real facial expression, it's not faked per se, is since my camera I use my camera as like being small, and especially in this circle format, I have to enlarge it, which I'm not using the highest quality camera in the world. I mean, this camera is literally $20, and the one I use for my full camera is $30. They're not the craziest cameras in the world nonetheless. So my face might be a little grainy in some of those, a little pixely. So this was a nice clear picture, you know what I'm saying? She also cut herself out really well. I don't know if she used a green screen or just a regular app for it. There's no edges. If you look at the thumbnail for this, if you look closely at Mikey, who I use for the thumbnail, you'll notice like little edges where I didn't cut them out properly, because it's just like, why not? I tried to cover it up by adding a shadow to it, so that way you wouldn't really notice I didn't cut them out properly, because I'm sneaky like that. Nonetheless, yeah. Facial expression, nice. You have the two different colors, player 1, player 2, nice. Glove in there. I'm pretty sure that's added in. I'm pretty confident she's not wearing a glove in that. Nice enlarged cutout of one of the Metaverse players. Yeah, that's a pretty good thumbnail. Nice little verses up in there. Yeah, this isn't bad. It's nothing insane, but it gets the point, and there's enough colors in here to catch your eye. So I'd give this a smooth 6 or 7. On Larry, I give this a smooth 6 or 7. This actually, if you look to the, hold on, let me move myself. This actually isn't too dissimilar from the, y'all can't see my mouse, from the thumbnails that Uture is using. 2 enlarged faces, pretty simple. You know what I'm saying? So, given the context of what's on the screen right now, that's not bad. That's a 7 or 8, shawty. I mean, that's a dude, homie.
Like it. Simple, effective, and colorful.
Simple. Yeah, he said
screen,
it.
Which actually does well on YouTube. I might add like verses in the title as well.
Oh, I love this shot. This is a really interesting behind the scenes
view.
Welcome to Rumbleverse. How did I end up
here?
here?
Post-production?
Let's get started with the basics. In order to fight, you're gonna have to learn how to run like a baby. I
Like a
mean,
baby?
outsmart your opponents.
So this is like a real tutorial that she's like giving herself.
She's just done it so well that I can't even tell.
It looks like it's actually in the game, so she definitely did a good.
You know what? Now that you said that, I actually can't tell if she used a text-to-speech voice or if she did post-com and edited her voice in like a voice editor or with filters and whatnot.
Good job editing that.
I heard some
Crazy.
punching happening. Now it's time to take things to the next level. I want you to try to eliminate every person with style. Cool,
With
let's
style,
try one of
yes.
these out, shall we?
Me?
Oh my gosh, what is
Baseball?
happening?
Yo, this game is
Just
chaos.
kidding! Oh, I don't know how to. Oh, I tabbed out.
Tough.
Okay, that was a good edit.
Little
I like
Alt
that.
F4.
Throw!
Me? Yo. No, that shouldn't have been funny, but the reason why I laughed is because I don't know if y'all seen that Boondocks episode. I don't know what episode it was, so I can't find the clip for you right now. But there's a Boondocks episode where Riley gets interested in like these rappers and whatnot. And it's like a small part of it, but they're watching rappers on TV and they're making fun of the BET Awards. So they had this most stereotypical hyperbole gangster you can see. I'm talking big old like ponytail afro things. Dude had on a vest with no undershirt, straight abs, you know what I'm saying? Because every, stereotypical hood people can't afford food, so they got abs because they can't eat. And you know what I'm saying? And then he's beefing with some other dude at the fucking thing. And then out of nowhere, somebody just picks up a chair and throws it at him, and they just start having a brawl in the middle of the thing. Crazy. Boondocks is one of the most legendary shows of all time. Honestly, I don't know why that reference popped in my head as soon as she threw a chair, but it did. That show was amazing. She gets bonus points for the unintentional reference.
Nice! We're gonna do the mailbox smack.
Mailbox smack? Damn!
KO!
I think Bebel's taken a bit of a different approach to the challenge, that she's counting all the stylish KOs instead of one big unique KO.
I'm not sure what this video is missing for me. It's something though. I'm liking the gameplay though.
Oh!
Nice effect.
Downer!
I don't know if that was like a focus effect type beat or if that was something else, but hey, that was nice. Granger.com. Yeah. 100%.
We just do this. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Oh, she's finna suplex his ass.
That's a cool way to win.
That was a KO.
Nice. Yo,
those are some pretty.
No, that was some smooth confetti effects. I try to do visual effects sometimes, but I can never find clean green screen effects like that. And sometimes I just don't think to do them. So yeah, that was kind of smooth. That was a nice video, really high quality. Again, I really like how Bebo does she changes the crap. When I'm tired, I have a hard time wording or elaborating on it. Fuck. I have a hard time. Look, English is my first language, okay? I'm struggling. All right. I have a hard time articulating what I'm trying to say sometimes, but I really like her camera work. You know what I'm saying? Like how it'll go from something on the side to where she will cut the screen in half and have the zoomed in gameplay on one half and then her face on the other. I really like how she does that. Overall, nice, smooth video.
Cool kills. Thank you so much for watching.
There were some
really
slight visual effects in there that really kind of added to it, but they were very subtle.
I just love on YouTube when people show that it's a real person making the video and you get to see these little errors and flaws behind the screen.
I like adding the stylish kill counter type thing.
Bro, this is blowing my mind. I'm gonna have to go for a big score on this just because that was so seamless.
I don't know. It's like we just kind of dropped.
I felt like that has been very, very underrated on the competition thus far. So I'm really glad to see him, like if he gives her a big score, which could be anywhere from a 7 to a 10, it would be really nice to see him give her a big score for that, because I feel like that's kind of been underrated, having a nice, smooth video. Because there are a lot of people that just have really rough videos where, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, jump cuts are necessary, but some people, like, there's just a way to do it to where it doesn't feel like it's just cut in mid-sentence or in the middle of something, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, nice. I'm just glad you pointed that out.
And then it was Helver, and she said, thanks for watching. Maybe it just wasn't too spectacular for me, I guess. I don't know. But it wasn't like a bad video. I think I'd give it like a 6. It's just,
above that. I don't, yeah.
Big.
Wow, somebody used the 1 to 10
This week we're going to give Bebel an 8.5.
I like that. Nice.
I'm going to give it an 8.5.
Okay.
This week only our top 2 contestants on the leaderboard will be guaranteed a spot in week 7. So will Bebel's score of 31.5 points be enough? Next to jump fist first.
That was the weakest and most awkward burp of all time. But I have this issue where sometimes I like to elaborate on things. So I'll say something and I'll be like, there's more to say about it. There's more context to say, but I'll just run out of words to describe what I'm trying to say or explain what I'm trying to say. So I'll get stuck And then it's just kind of like, okay, and then move on.
Us into the battle royale.
Mikey.
It's Mikey.
Telling y'all, we got this report.
Gosh, yes, Mikey.
This is like your mainstream, thumbnail type thing. This is, I should have just said it. I don't know why I paused. Because I said his editing style is very reminiscent of Corey Kenshin, and I feel like it would be kind of not annoying, but like you don't want to have somebody say, oh, you do this like him, you do this like him, you do this like him, because obviously he's a unique creator. Like he can be influenced by it, but this is a Corey Kenshin-esque thumbnail where Corey Kenshin takes a screenshot from the game. Well, that's not a screenshot. That's probably like the title screen, and then just throws like his best facial reaction from the video on top of it. Boom, thumbnail. But he did add a lot to this. This seems like your standard, take a screenshot from the game, plop a expression over it type thumbnail. But no, he actually dressed up. He has like a lab mad scientist type feel with I don't know where he's getting these cosplay items from, but he has like the robot chicken doctor scientist thing, mustache, hair going on with I don't know what the is going on with him, but he doing something right there. And yeah, mad scientist best eliminated. So it's in line with the title. I feel like this title and thumbnail should get high rankings. That, you know what I'm saying? He took simple and added something to it. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't reinvent the wheel. He just gave it better tires. And I said that to some people, and they had no idea what the fuck that meant. They thought I was speaking gibberish. I assume it would be kind of simple. It's like you're not doing something new. You're just improving on what's already there. Like it's not that complicated of a reference. He didn't reinvent the wheel. He just gave it better tires.
I definitely would want to click this. Good job.
Ooh.
I'm interested.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Putting yourself on the thumbnail as well, like he did, is just a good way to separate it from other thumbnails that would look similar.
Bro, who do you think you are smacking me on the ground? Get up! See me! See me! Hold on, can I hit those springs?
Oh my! Oh! Whoa.
Energy.
You can do that.
Oh yeah, they're gonna love the.
Okay, I'm already hyped. I really want to see that kill.
Yep.
You always want a good hook at the beginning of the video.
Welcome to Rumbleverse.
What the kind of voice is that?
I feel like I can do a good job, to be honest. I don't. Look at your muscles. Weekly.
Hold on, Mikey kind of Aki.
You have 2 hours.
I've been trying to get a little Aki too.
2 hours.
Voice crack.
Wait a minute. Yeah, the only way that I can have enough power is to mix
Yo,
this
what
potion.
kind of anime?
What is going on? This took an unexpected
Hey, one
turn.
thing. Whoa, hold on. He just drank that? Yo, hold on. The number one rule of lab activities is never drink what's in the thing, especially without the teachers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Teacher don't tell you that that's safe to ingest. Don't do that. You don't know what's up in there. You could have just ingested some rubbing alcohol, partner. How you know you ain't got some, I don't know, any dangerous ingredients or whatever. But how you know you didn't just swallow some chlorine, cuz? Nonetheless. But Mikey's sound effects go crazy. And I need to find more transition effects. But yeah, his sound effects go crazy. And his music choice is really good. But, when you watch his videos, sometimes he doesn't use it that much. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'll use the in-game music from said video, but I've only watched his Cuphead series, so that may be exclusive to that. But yeah, he does have good music choice and really good sound effects, which he uses sound effects and memes a lot, which is good because he's really good at finding memes and sound effects that fit the situations. But I would like to hear his soundtrack more because he does have a really good music selection. Now he's having a
His
seizure.
mustache fell off.
Man just got the Holy Ghost.
This is cool.
Oh my
Bro,
God.
who is that?
It looks like I skipped leg day, but at least now I'm ready.
Me?
Oh my, yo, is somebody down there? If I put
See
it-
what I'm saying? This music choice.
Yeah, come
Sound
here,
effects
sir. Get in that
crazy.
car truck.
Nice transition effect.
Oh, that flip was
I don't
insane.
think that's a suplex, but that's some wrestling move.
Bro, who do you think you are smacking me on
The Taco Bell bong sound effect is one of the greatest punch effects of all time.
the ground? Get up! See me! See me! Hold on, can I hit those springs?
This could be a really cool KO.
That guy is super dead.
Oh no, he doubled up on it.
Help if you're just loosen up and
Yo,
enjoy
Mikey
this whole thing.
also does a really good job with the camera effects, honestly. And you can tell he records his camera separate because like there's just certain things like me, I can zoom in on this and do X, Y, and Z, but you can tell he really records this separate, which just adds another layer to the bonus points to the editing style.
The editing of the camera shaking.
Oh yeah, they're gonna love this. They're gonna eat this up. This is your mainstream video.
It's good.
No, it's the in-game 1v1.
Okay.
Come on.
Yo, he was hiding in a bush.
Come here. Bro, how did I miss? I got him.
Yo, who is he role-playing as? Is that Baki or something, right? But I don't know. That's somebody.
Hold on, hit him with that.
That could just be your standard muscle suit.
This is game.
That's tough.
Bro, GG. That was intense.
Thanks for watching.
Oh yeah, they're gonna love
next
that.
time, bro. Peace.
Whoa, hold on. Where did he get the WWE Championship belt from? What's going on? No, that was a very, very solid video by Mikey. Like he really stepped it up. I think being in that bottom 5 and potentially being eliminated was really traumatizing for him. Cause he really stepped it up. Also, like, yeah. He really does a lot well. He has the cool camera. He does more of the camera effects to where, like me, with my camera, like I had to buy 2 different cameras to go from that to this. But he does it all as one, which is another layer of editing. That's really tough especially with him especially with him doing the music, the sound effects and whatnot. So you have your game, right? Your game is a layer. So then he has this camera and you have to sync it to the game in your game's audio with the music, with the sound effects. So when he changes from, this full camera with the full screen where it's covering the whole 16:9 aspect ratio to what I have here, which is the little circle, which he also adds a border to the circle, which is another edit. He has to cut that, also, do his edits and whatnot, and also make sure it's still synced up with the video. Because sometimes if you cut it in this, that, and the third, and sometimes he will make the camera go away to where his face is just not on the screen at all. And when you do that, you either have to... for me, I would have to delete, that section, cut it out, cut the camera out, which means you also have to resync it, which syncing the video is really hard. I do everything I can to make sure I don't have to go through syncing the videos. That's why I use Streamlabs when I record Facecam, because it syncs everything for it. So yeah, the difficulty to pull off what Mikey did here is really high, and there's a high chance of messing up. You make one wrong cut and you ripple delete, everything is thrown the fuck off, and you have to start all over. So yeah, really, really solid video from him.
You could tell that Mikey was really excited about the game, which made me quite excited to watch.
I think the only thing with the face cam placement is it could be the other side. There's a lot of blank space on the top left and not so much on the top right, which is covering, I think, the map and how many players are left.
I like the high energy, and I do like the funny...
well, he could have done that because of the way that he's positioned. You know what I'm saying? Like, if my camera's in a direction where I'm kind of looking this way, it makes more sense for me to be on this side of the screen rather than me being over here, because that just looks kind of awkward if I'm looking this way and I'm on this side of the screen. So that could have been it, because his camera is kind of off to... I believe that would be his left, kind of like this, where, this kind of thing. And then he will turn to it to say X, Y, and Z. So when you have it over here and you're turned this way, it kind of just, it looks weird. It looks like I'm looking off camera, right? So it's just awkward. So I get what he's saying, but he could have done that for that specific reason. You know what I'm saying?
Sound effects and all that stuff.
But this has to be an 8 out of 10. I'd give it a 10.
Blast playing the game, and it was very apparent, right?
Yes.
It was oozing.
Certain
out of
games
the video.
bring that out of
me
you.
Watching him have fun was fun for me, and if it's fun for me, I'm not going anywhere.
I'm gonna hit a 7.5. I feel like some of the gameplay could have been slowed down a little bit. Maybe I'm just old. Who knows?
We're gonna give Mikey a solid 9 for that.
9? Okay.
I think I have to give my highest score. So I will give him a 10.
Okay, I think those are
lowest
solid.
Scoring contestants this week will be in the elimination
for
zone, relying on your votes at home to keep them in the show. Mikey's efforts have earned him 35.5 points from the judges.
Can he hold that number 1, bro? He has not been the number 1 qualifier yet. Not yet, bro. Can Mikey get number 1 this week? But when they play Arceus, it's a wrap because the post production, which I wonder how he's doing post-production only goes so far, but Arceus does a great job of really extending. We'll talk more about it when he gets up, but you know, there's certain times where I'm like, you need a live calm reaction to this. You need live, things going on. But nah, he could do the whole thing post-production and you wouldn't even think twice about it.
To be. Here's 3 bullet points that you can follow to make sure that your thumbnails are as good as possible.
Okay,
First
hit me
up,
with it,
and the
Allie.
most important, does it make you want to click it? Is there something exciting being represented in the thumbnail that makes you want to find out the answer and click?
Yo, top, you can't see it, but top left, bro. I hate those thumbnails, bro. They be getting on my nerves, bro. Just that over exaggerated face with the arrow, bro. I hate arrow thumbnails now, bro. They're everywhere. They're a fucking infection, bro. Look at it, the new Scar in Fortnite, bro. I hate it, but yeah, you definitely want to make a thumbnail that wants to be clicked. But me, I just want to make something a little. I make it eye-catching, you know what I'm saying? You either click on it or you don't. There's really not much I can do about it. So, I just want a thumbnail that catches your eye. You see the title, and you either click on it or you don't. You know what I'm saying? But this is good advice.
To go through to the video. Number 2, is it easy to understand? If your thumbnail's messy and filled with loads of text and hard to read, no one's going to be able to understand it and click through to watch your video. Simple is always best. And third and finally, make sure that the thumbnail represents the video that the viewer is about to watch.
Don't be clickbaiting. Good. Another thing. I know this is a tangent and it's off subject, but the thing where he said about keep it simple and don't be jumbling up your stuff. Yo, in school, when people do these presentations these will copy and paste whole fucking book definitions and put them on the board, bro. Use bullet points. Memorize something, bro. You have a nugget. Use it. So people will take... I know you've seen it where people are doing a presentation and they just have this big ass line of code on the fucking screen and they're just staring at it, reading it word for word. Like, yo, what you got going, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Use the bullet points, you know what I'm saying? You just throw bam, bam, bam. This is this, and, go on about your business. But I'm sorry, that just brought up those
easy
memories.
to understand, but if they click through and the video has nothing to do with the thumbnail you've just made, they're going to click off. It's going to hurt your video retention, and the video won't do well. So follow all 3 of these rules to create the best thumbnail possible and drive a load of viewers to your YouTube videos.
Another thing is getting those intro clips, you know what I'm saying, related to the thumbnail, which is something I need to work on. Because some people like your title and thumbnail and they'll click on it, but they're not going to sit through the 10-15 minute video to get to the part. You know what I'm saying? If your thumbnail is craziest trick shot of all time and it's a 10-15 minute video, people aren't going to watch till 5 minutes in a video where you actually get the trick shot. So you need to do some kind of cliffhanger intro to be like, oh, this is the trick shot. And they're like, holy, this is what the trick shot is. And then they watch through to actually get to that point. So I'm working on doing that, having those intros to where you've clicked on it to see a certain thing, but I need you to stay until that thing happens. So there's also, if there was a 4th point in there, I'm pretty sure that's what he would have said or should have said, make sure you have that good intro to entice them. They got Arceus going last.
Can he overcome the odds to be the last man standing in Grappital City?
I feel like he has the biggest hill to climb this week.
And everything.
Ooh, this is a nice thumbnail from him. I ain't gonna lie. This is for him, this is a really good thumbnail. First off, he has the cutout of himself in whatever kind of cosplay costume thrown together thing that is. Exaggerated hyperbole emotions. People love that, the hyperbole in the thumbnails. Also, gave himself the shadow instead of the border. I take shadow over border any day. Border is damn, there's no example of it on the screen, but border is basically like the outline. I'm pretty sure you've seen it on YouTube where people have something on the screen and it has like that white outline. That's border. I take shadow over border any day. So W, and he used the white border, which kind of has that lens flare effect. And then he has the, I don't know if this is a wallpaper of it, screenshot of the game, but he has that. He has a random book in the thumbnail for some reason. I don't know why. I guess because the title says Rebellion Story. He also has the text with the border and the shadow, which the shadow is like that red stuff you see around the title. and whatnot. There's a little bit of a lot going on here, which some of them might knock for it. But given his channel size, or at least channel size relative to when he started, really good. He also has a random red flag in there, which I don't know if that's symbolism or if I'm looking through with rose goggles, but yeah, I think this is really good.
This just has the potential to be funny, but that's because I'm already familiar with this man right here.
There once was a teacher who became angry at his favorite student because that student decided to rebel against his teachings and his teacher because he thought he was better than his teacher.
Acting?
The teacher allowed the student to make this foolish mistake, and he decided to watch, and hopefully he will learn from his mistakes and realize that his actions have
Is it gonna sync up though?
And there we go.
The ending is
always
just from that intro.
just a little off. He was just a little off, you know. So the reason why I said is it gonna line up is having the beat drop hit right when the transition happened. The beat dropped a smooth like second and a half after he transitioned. Still a really good intro, very engaging, but the beat drop was just a second and a half off. That would have been
stepped up a bit, so I appreciate the progression.
Nice camera.
That's really cool to see.
Bad breath.
You know,
we don't want that.
Nice zoom edit.
I know well.
Okay, this is where you can also tell where he has it already synced in this, that, and a third, because he took it. This is his video, and he just zoomed in on the camera. With a Mikey or a B-Bell, since they recorded separate, they can put the camera on the whole screen and it won't be as pixely. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not zooming into a presented image. Like if you go on your phone and you see a picture of something and you zoom in on it and it gets all pixely and grainy, that's kind of what a zoom effect is. Instead of the way that Mikey and a B-Bell do it, I think Kokoe Cake does it too, but she's not in competition anymore. Where opposed to just zooming in on a picture you took from far away, it's like you actually got closer and took the picture. So now it's more you're up close, but you get what I'm saying, right? So that's kind of a difference there. Also, they do camera effects. You know what I'm saying? They'll have like the border, the cool little outline to the camera, you know what I'm saying? Like a Mikey, he does the circle like I have here with the border and whatnot. He doesn't have that. He just kind of, you know, you throw the camera on there and you crop it to one side of the screen and it stays there the entire time, which given his channel size, and I don't know how young it is, 'cause I haven't looked into him yet because he hasn't been eliminated, but I'm assuming his channel is relatively young. Also, he seems to be the youngest one in the competition, so I do give him that leeway, but it is just one of those little things that he'll learn and do, because that's kind of how I would have did when I was a smaller channel. But as soon as I got into doing face cam, I immediately did green screen and this, that, and the third. So it's just one of those things he's gonna learn and improve on. But it is good to point out the difference between, you know, this style of face cam and, yo, what is this cat doing? What the fuck? This kind of face cam and a B-Bell and a I fucking said Corey Kitchen. I hate myself. Or Mikey, who does it different ways the entire time. Also, his costume game is a little underrated.
Does he play with sunglasses on?
So far, I like how he dressed up for it as well, matching his character.
He forced himself into combat without
Young,
any
scrawny
assessment.
bones. Yo, they hopped his bro.
I like the addition of the story, but I feel like at the minute it's a little bit too slow paced. People have very short attention spans when it comes to
really
YouTube.
do.
If you lose them, they're clicking off.
Super Saiyan!
Oh, he
Why are we
whiffed.
trying to hug each other? And you know what we do? You know what we
He
do?
blurred out the name. Yo, I don't know. I highly doubt that Skis is blurring out names. So Uture giving no free promo out here. That's crazy. I respect it though.
Okay.
His biggest fault
test me.
was that he never took anything
man.
seriously.
How you doing?
Oh, is he finna get
Okay,
pieced
I'm not
up?
gonna lie, the story feels a little bit all over the place. I'm struggling to keep up.
Teacher, how do I not know how to finish
Someone
this?
finna die?
Struggling in battle, he cried out to his teacher for assistance. However,
Nice
the
camera
teacher
edits
paid
here.
him no attention.
What is happening?
He remembered the teacher's teachings. However, secrets were being revealed. Therefore, the teacher decided to send a warning.
Oh yeah, he done bodied you.
That was actually insane.
Also,
But
say
that
no way
happened to
he
me.
one-shotted you.
I'm not sure I care for this whole teacher-student thing. I don't think it adds anything important here.
Don't try it.
He third party.
Also same beat entire time.
The teacher never told me how.
Underrated thing is beat switches, right? I haven't really brought this up yet because everybody else has been doing a good job, or they just haven't used music whatsoever. But I did see this when I was watching like an Aspect or Captain Deadbeat, where they would kind of use the same instrumental throughout the entire video, which, I mean, if you're making a commentary video, it is what it is because people are just there to hear what you got to say. But when it comes to these gaming videos where you're trying to do X, Y, or Z and present the most fascinating this, that, and the third, having those beat drops are nice. There were a few times there where he could have faded out this copyright free generic song and whatever, and then switch to something more. For example, like when he's doing the storytelling, he has the black smoke on and it has this dark, mysterious vibe. If he could have found a more mysterious vampire type, not vampire, because when you think vampire, you think that organ, that big old piano thing with the horns and whatnot, but like a mysterious thing instrumental you were hearing, like a werewolf movie or whatever, or fucking Michael Myers is not coming down the hallway, but he's stalking in the bushes, something a little intense, and then it switched to the high pitch, you know what I'm saying? So it would really help with the music, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of, I feel like that will really help with what they're saying. And also, I like the story he's giving. As for the video itself, it is really well edited because he's doing the different camera effects. He has the smoke effects, which is really hard. I can't even do smoke effects because there's no good green screens for it. So he has the smoke effects. He's trying to tell the story. This is one of those things where it's a really good idea, but the execution is kind of lacking. So I feel like he's going to get knocked for that, which he should, but they're really knocking on him, which again they should, but they're not really elaborating on the fact that this is a really good idea. Like what he's trying to do is great. He's trying to establish a story. He's trying to play into the ninja character and the teacher and the student, the Karate Kid type thing, you know what I'm saying? Or Kung Fu Panda type deal. What was that game called? Shifu? It was a game where, look it up. You've probably seen it. Big creators played it. But nonetheless, yeah, what he's trying to do here is really good. The execution is just off.
To end, forgive me, teacher. As was said in the beginning, his actions have consequences.
No!
What the fuck?
I like the zoom in on the door.
Where do you smell like you've been?
I got you
smell from a nice smelling place.
Broke. Oh no. Yo, y'all finna get me copyrighted. So I'm serious. Stop it. No. Pokemon, them Japanese companies don't play.
I feel like he was trying something different with this video, so I respect that he's like going for the more. It seemed like he was playing character more than anything.
Bushido
that was only
Brown.
a 3.5-minute video. It felt really long trying to. Where I was getting discombobulated by the story.
I would probably stay away from cutting from gameplay to a separate clip. It's just kind of a little.
I think they're saying it's confusing, but I think a better way to put it is it's breaking the flow of the video to where you had your intro where you're like samurai, Bushido, rogue student type beat, and then you get into the game and then you're fighting, and then all of a sudden it's more menacing story, and then you got the gameplay, yada yada yada, and then more menacing story. Like it just keeps going back and forth and whatever, instead of like having a thing and then letting it ride and then coming back to it to the end. There's a lot of peaks and valleys here. Also, execution a little off.
Confusing.
What I really enjoyed from this video though was the KOs. Whether he got a KO or whether he was KO'd, it shows you don't need to be good at a game to make it entertaining.
I think I'll have to give you like a 6, bro.
A 6.5 out of 10.
Okay,
I'd say I'd probably give this.
Yeah, he's definitely not going to be top 30. Okay.
I'm going to have to go for a 5.
Dead average?
I feel awful. I'm sorry.
We can work with that.
Unfortunately, it's a KO for Skis with a score of 24.5 points. It guarantees that he will be in the elimination zone this week.
Oof,
Next up,
24,
one to never chicken out of a fight, it's Drag Trashly.
Hey.
She made a look.
Every time. Hey, simple, very simple. Like, honestly, if you think of it from just a pure thumbnail perspective, it's super simple. You just have a wallpaper of the game, you put yourself over it, and then through a bunch of like, I don't know if the chicken wings were definitely thrown in post. But when you take in the fact that you definitely can't tell from this, but this is a dude. Not only is this a dude, he looks drastically different than what this is showing. So if you're looking at this from just what you put on the thumbnail, what it took for you to make this, from like whether you put it on your phone or whatever, you just took a wallpaper, cut yourself out, slapped that on there, chicken wings all over the place, cool. But if you take in the time for the makeup, I don't know all the makeup terms, but the fucking glitter shit, first off, the hyperbole eyelashes, the eyebrows, the makeup is kind of on fleek, and the wig, because he has, your standard, white guy hair, if you want to put it that way. He has like a Air Force, you know what I'm saying? He has like an Air Force type style haircut. Also, lipstick, doing great, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, if you take the time to look at the makeup and the presentation of himself, really high quality. So I actually like this thumbnail. And it also, like, I don't know if it would be so eye-catching if it's out of context. If you're just scrolling through, you probably just think this is, a chick who was very influenced by the Bad and Bougie music video. But if you have the context that this is a guy, it's way more shocking, and you're kind of like, yo, what his outfits are like the star of each one of his videos.
Just for Rumbleverse.
Nice, with
that
the
is
chicken.
That's a clever title because it piques a curiosity in the viewer and could be something unique that someone's never tried before in the game.
Hey, my chickies! I'm about to play Rumbleverse. My goal during this game is to get a KO using a chicken hit. You throw a piece of chicken at somebody and it takes away hit points.
Super simple intro, yet effective. There's not a crazy sound effects, super high energy like a what's his name, Mikey, but it is nice and into the point, you know what I'm saying? Going in there, hey, we're doing this, and showing it on the screen as he's talking about it. Really nice.
You know what, actually, this is the first one that I've watched that has really embraced the challenge of the video. They've really set up the video well for that.
See, the more chicken we have, the better chances, because I have to throw the chicken. I can't swing the chicken.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yes! Oh my god, it does 15 hit points. This is going to be a challenge.
I love the border. This is perfect. Just
oh, I didn't even notice the border. What the heck?
Rude. Got 3 chicken hits though. How many times will I say chicken in this video? Probably a lot, because I am a chicken. I look like a chicken. I'm trying to get chicken.
I love the counter.
Yeah, the counter is really fun and interactive.
Kind of going quite hard right now.
Not a KO. I kick. I throw a chicken.
Bro, how you whiff? Oh,
I pick up the chicken. I throw it.
No, he did not.
Do it. I'm rooting for you.
I'm so close. Come on, I have to kill this kitty with a chicken.
Yo, he did.
She must be almost dead.
His AC must be impeccable. Yo, you recorded a whole video with like all that makeup on, the wig, you know what I'm saying? The costume and whatnot. Yo, his AC, and the temperatures is high out here. And I'm pretty sure it gets pretty damn hot in Illinois. So, yeah, that AC going crazy.
Do it.
This is not good for me and my career.
No.
5 chicken hits.
You are getting really good with the chickens.
We are setting records on chicken hits tonight.
Also,
I think I'd be doing better.
I just noticed this. I've been giving Mikey and Bebo a lot of credit for this. Drag Translate's been doing that too with moving the camera around. I think it just hasn't really caught me because Mikey and Bebo changed like the aspect ratio and the filters around the video, where Drag would just kind of, she will slide it around the place and whatnot, which still really good. I mess with that.
Better if I weren't so peckish.
Wait, what?
This is gonna make or break me. Kind of like an egg. I don't have great expectations. Some would say I'm a one-chick pony.
I love the puns.
And I'm
Accurate puns.
I've heard enough.
Scaredy cat running from
me.
I
was trying so hard not to laugh. Me?
No!
Oh my
goodness!
You did it.
Actually did it.
Yo, she slumped both of them.
Oh, wow. I'm not gonna chicken out on the rest of this fight.
Is she gonna try and get another?
If she gets 2 in 1.
Are you gonna win the game with just chicken?
Oh, I'm dead. This is it. Oh my god, I was final 3.
Damn,
no, it's number 4. Well, you know what?
So is this like a battle royale, straight hands? I might have to check this out. You know what I'm saying? Straight hands battle royale. I am the straight hands Xenoverse champion. You know what I'm saying? So it would be nice to try out my reign on another game.
Chicken wing, get it? But I did get a KO with a chicken hit. Thank you for watching.
Okay, I am so impressed by this video. I absolutely love it.
I'm very interested to see how they rate this, because I don't think from a video perspective this wasn't as like this is a little bit better than Ski's video as from a video and edit perspective. Like Ski's video was very raw. Hers was a little bit more refined, but you know, there's a gap between you know, Drag Trashly and Bebo and Mikey, right? So I'm really interested in how they rate this, because like her personality really like shined on this. This was more, you know, this is really good personality, and the edits were bad. It was really smooth. Like the edits were average, above average, but the personality really shined through here. So I'm really curious to see what they got to say.
Actually get a chicken KO.
Did you say expect?
Yes, I did.
Okay, good.
You didn't win, but that doesn't matter because you completed the challenge. I think that's one of the only ones I've seen so far that actually did. The thumbnail was good, the title was good as well because it was intriguing, and you actually completed it, which makes it way more rewarding for the viewer.
On October 10th, Philip sparked a new beginning.
Oh God, Philip. Okay. Did he just have to Uber to his what? Is that how that works? You just take a... Nonetheless, message is really good. You know what I'm saying? Get a therapist. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if you're dealing with some kind of issue, it's better to get a therapist, because a majority of the time, you know, most people aren't going to care or be indifferent about your issues, and a majority, if not all, the people who actually care about your issues are ill prepared to handle them. A lot of people don't really know what to say when you're feeling certain emotions and whatnot, and some people just don't have anything to say and whatnot, and sometimes turning to a peer or family member who is ill-equipped to handle certain emotions like that will be worse. You know what I'm saying? If you go to somebody for help after being alone or silent about it for so long, and then you go to talk to them and they don't really say anything, or you know what I'm saying, like they either ignore it, brush it off, or pretend like it's not that big of a deal, it's gonna be worse. And you know what I'm saying, get you a therapist and whatnot. And not only that, you know, a big part is finding a good therapist. You know, some people will get a therapist and they won't be really they won't resonate with each other. They will be on different frequencies and whatnot, and they'll end up hating that therapist and just applying it to everyone. Where, you know, your therapist is a relationship. You can't have a relationship with anybody, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta not only get, you know, cross that bridge to get a therapist, because there's a lot of us, especially like in this day and age, you might not be family oriented, or you might feel like it's awkward or weird to talk to a parent about feeling a certain way. And then also, you know, the peer issue that I talked about, to where most of your peers won't care, or they'll be ill prepared to handle said situation. So you're kind of just left in this awkward situation to where you have to deal with it yourself. And most, if not all of us, can't really deal with these kind of issues by ourselves. So yeah, go get that professional help, this, that, and the third. And even if the first attempt at professional help doesn't work, keep trying to find that. Because again, it's like a relationship, and a lot of us take a long time to find a decent or serviceable relationship. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? W message. It was just a little awkward how it's presented, because man just hopped out the Uber and just gave his therapist a hug off rip. She didn't sign him in, nothing. They didn't even, you know what I'm saying? They didn't even talk. She just hugged the man. But you know, some people do need a hug. And yeah, college. Yeah, not a fan. Somebody giving respect for the appearance. First mention of music. Crazy. We're like 5 weeks in. Well, this is week 6, right? Week 6, I believe. For the first, crazy. Drag Translate has not been safe, maybe once, but hasn't been safe for a few weeks. She gets to the semi-fucking finals, and now she's saved. Wild. Wow, the LGBT community is twerking. But Arceus is about to come in and ruin the day. Fancy. Wrestling commentary. Okay. No, I'm saying that facial expression is kind of crazy. Hold on. This time now, it looked simple at first, but it's kind of going hard. Okay, so he has like the... I don't know if this is a wallpaper or in-game screenshot, because he does do a lot of post-production. Like, if the game has a replay mode, he'll use it and whatnot. But he has a artsy filter on this. I think they call this oil, like oil painting or whatever. So he has like the oil painting filter on the backdrop, and it's also, it has color in it, but it's not so bright that it kind of throws off what he has plopped on top of it. So he has, you know, obviously himself, hair on fleek, you know what I'm saying, and he has I'm assuming this is the belt that he has in front of it, RV undisputed, Rumbleverse undisputed champion. Okay, hey, this is a nice clean thumbnail. Also, shadow effects over border effects, 100%. All right, let's get it. Post-production gonna go insane. Yo, did this man really go to a gym to get B-roll? Yo, hold on. This man really went to like a facility or something to get like B-roll. Crazy. Hold on. I want to see if I can pause this at the right time. That's crazy. Yo, that's a exit sign. Exit signs in the Philippines are green. That's cool. Nonetheless, this man really went to like a gym or something to get some B-roll. That is dedication. That is mega dedication. Especially, I don't know how it's set up. I know other countries, America is car-based. You have to drive basically everywhere. And I know other countries are kind of set up to where you can walk anywhere, kind of like New York or whatnot. But nonetheless, walk in 5-10 minutes just for some fuck B-roll is crazy. Nice. Yo, he's in a parking garage. In the GG's. Yo, hold on. What? Yo, his gym has a parking garage? What? Okay. Oh, he getting Aki. Oh yeah, that shouldn't be funny, but his running form was... Oh no. Facts. Another thing, he kind of worked up a sweat to make it seem as if like he is actually been in here, or you know what I'm saying? like he has the post game interview vibe, you know, like somebody just lays down, you know, game winning touchdown, game winning submission, this, that, and the third. They shove a camera in their face, and their face is all wet and stuff because they're sweating super hard. This, that, and the third. Yeah, he's really killing the details. Now, I don't want to pause it a lot, but that also, being able to do this and not feel awkward, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people have that trait to where they can do whatever and whatnot, because you assume people might give you looks, but they genuinely don't care about what you're doing. But I don't know how that wouldn't be awkward. You're standing in the middle of a parking garage talking into a camera. Well, nowadays people understand, like, if you're standing in the middle of a public place talking into a camera, they're just going to assume you're doing it for YouTube or X, Y, and Z. But nonetheless, that still doesn't make it awkward. You're standing in the middle of a public location talking to yourself and acting. And, you know, doing that, sometimes if you get in the zone, you kind of shrug it off and not really care. But the problem is when you mess up, which happens a lot, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing more awkward than being in the camera. You mess up, you have to break it for a second so you can restart the thing, and then you start to notice your surroundings and whatnot. But yeah, that's pretty cool. He's able to do that. Straight dedication. Damn, he whiffed that. Oh, dang, he bodied him. Yeah, me too. I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't unmute it. There we go. Also, his music selection.
I am Lincius, the greatest, the best there ever was.
Yo, what is it? That parking garage is throwing
There's
me
some
off.
good KOs in here. But without the reaction of the person playing, it's lost a little bit.
I'm so surprised that somebody pointed that out. I'll talk about it while this ad plays. But his post-production is so crazy, and his music selection is so good. People just forget the fact that he does not do live commentary, or at least the last couple weeks, he has not done live commentary whatsoever. It's been post-com the entire time, and he's the first one to really point that out. Also, the music selection is spectacular. And he won.
Do I have your attention now?
Definitely
that looked like a training film. You know, you know how people do training montages. That's kind of what that felt like.
Into the trailer that he's doing. So it's like I'm watching him play, but it's like I'm not even watching him play for real. Like it's kind of crazy. Just extremely creative as always.
I thought it was a little bit repetitive at times. I would have liked to have seen a little more evolution in the story, which usually Arceus is really good at.
I'd say for this would definitely.
I was about to say that's like the harshest thing that's been said
like
so
an
far.
Intro for
but it is valid criticism.
video.
Considering the challenge was to eliminate your opponent in as a creative way as possible, there was a lot of elimination, but it was kind of hard to follow because it was more focused on the real life action rather than the gameplay.
I think I have to give that like at least like a 9.5.
The editing was really good though, as always, so we're gonna give Arceus a 7 out of 10.
Probably gonna have to give it an 8.
I'm going for a 5. I'm sorry, buddy.
Dead average? I feel like just based off of the edits and, you know, soundtrack choice, music choice alone, it would be at minimum a 7, because there was a lot of B-roll in there, and not just real life B-roll, but he had like the end game B-roll, and you know what I'm saying? And then he had like the zoom effects in on it. You don't really notice it because he's transitioning between his camera scenes to the in-game footage back and forth, so you kind of don't notice the fact that it's zoomed in. But a big emphasis on the music choice, especially after I started to realize this. They probably don't react to these in the order that it's edited in, you know what I'm saying? Like, they probably watched this in a random shuffled order, but when they edited the video, they put it in the order we're seeing it. So what I'm about to say, take it with a grain of salt. So it's like you see Skis and Drag Tragedy, where Skis used the same instrumental throughout the entire video, and it lined up with the intro, but after that it didn't really line up with what was going on. Drag Trashly didn't use music at all from what I heard, or at least any music of note. And then you get to this, to where he has like the intense battle music, the Viking going to war type thing, you know what I'm saying? Like something you would actually hear in a anime fight scene or a movie fight scene, or, you know, this is Sparta type beat. So I feel like 5 is, you know, deservingly so, to be honest, that there wasn't live com mixed in there on a game that really would emphasize the personality of somebody doing live com. But I think 5 is a little too harsh, because he did do things way better than you know, like a Skis or Drag Trashly, although his personality didn't carry as much as Skis or Drag.
I'm so sorry.
In a shocking turn of events, with a score of 29.5 points, Arceus, our 4-time
for the
challenge
first
winner,
time,
has fallen at the final hurdle.
Drag is safe. What? Wow. Yo, that's upset of the competition so far. Yo, this is upset of the year so far. Nice. Shout out that, yo. That's good. Hey, I'm at a loss for words. I was not expecting that. Yo, I thought it was G's for Drag Trashly. I thought it was over. Dunzo. It's run its course. Nah, she came in here and did her thing.
Nation Zone. So as the bells ring at the end of our final round, both Mikey and Drag Trashy have come out victorious and will automatically...
My prediction came true. At least one of them. I said Mikey, B-Bell, and Arceus for top 3. Well, not in the first episode, but like 2 or 3 weeks in, I was like, Mikey's making it locked, B-Bell's making it locked, Arceus. So I got one of them right. I'm batting 33% right now.
We'll be advancing to next week of the show. That leaves B-Bell, Arceus, and Skis all in the elimination zone, down but not out, hoping for your votes at home to keep them in the competition. Voting is open right now. Simply head on over to uture.show/vote, as you can see on screen here, and make sure you're voting for your favorite contestant to keep them in the show. Voting will close at 6 a.m. BST on Monday, so make sure you're getting your votes in. To check out all of the contestants' videos in full on their own channels, we'll leave links in the description and comment section, so go on over there, watch their videos, and subscribe to their channels.
Yes,
and if you want another chance to win some prizes, just sign up to the Uture newsletter.
Alrighty. Let's do that. Alright, give me a split second. Let me sign into these, you know what I'm saying? Let me sign into this, the thing, you know what I'm saying? Let's sign into the voting thing. We'll vote, get on up out of here, and then, you know, I'll handle my things, and I'll try to get a... did it freeze? Oh, no, my mic. There we go. Now it's working. Okay. Now, in case you missed what I said, but I'm going to try to get this voting screen pulled up. Give me a second. You know, I probably could just do... Yes, sir. I didn't. But yo, voting on this is a pain. They gotta clean this up. Like I'm going to log in, and instead of logging me in, it's like you created an account, and then you have to re-register the vote. Like what? Yo, come on. Okay, maybe I gotta sign in here. Okay, let's try this again. Thank you. Oh, Jesus. Okay, let's go ahead and talk through this. Crazy. Wait. Crap. Display capture. Bam. Whew. Okay, so dang, who's finna make it into top 3? That's crazy. We've came a long way. So let's run through this based off of just pure memory. All right, so Ski's video wasn't bad per se. Well, compared to everybody else in the top 5, it was definitely the worst of the top 5, but it was a very raw video. I understand what was trying to be done, but the execution was very poor, and you know, I tried to be devil's advocate for it, but nonetheless it is what it is. It was a poor video compared to the other competition here, especially out of, you know, the 3 we got right here. B-Bell, very smooth video, but sometimes I feel, well, actually, she got a really good score. It's just only the top 2 are gonna make it and whatnot. And I feel like since hers wasn't so the people with the strongest personalities here ended up getting saved. So I feel like since Bebo's personality isn't really in your face, flashy, super high energy type beat, it kind of netted a little lower, even though she only was off by like a point or so. So I think her video was really good. Also, she mixed in the live comm with the post comm, which was really good. Also, like, she doesn't have the insane over the top post production of like an RC is, but what she does with her gameplay and her face cam really, I wouldn't say makes up for it, but like, you know, what Arceus does is extra. Bebo does like, not like the best with the bare minimum, but it's really high tier without going well over the top and whatnot. And then also Arceus was obviously going insane with the post production, with the B-roll being in a fucking parking garage / gym thing and having the sweat and really getting in character with it and whatnot. But as for a gameplay video, it wasn't, it's hard to say because like it was good, but the thing was like normally it kind of wore off this week to where his post production and whatnot will really carry because it's so good and the storytelling and this, that, and the third. But when it comes to a game like this, where it's kind of like you can just play it and have your personality shine, he didn't really come through in that department because he was playing the character and the character was entirely post-production after the video, this, that, and the third. There was no live commentary whatsoever, this, that, and the third. So despite having, you know, the best visuals and the best acting, obviously, of everyone here, this, that, and the third, you know, when it comes to making the gaming video, you know, you got to do gamer things. And it was kind of just this His video was more of him playing a character, and then it cuts to a montage, and then kind of like a flashback kind of thing to where somebody's talking about a story or an event they went through, and then they play clips of the event going up. And then, yeah, so his video didn't have a lot of context. There wasn't really much of a build-up there. So, yeah, I'm going to, if I had to get a vote, the fairest vote would be B-Bell. Now, obviously, yeah, I don't think there's really any way around it. Ski's video was good idea, poor execution. Arceus was straight post-production on a game that probably needed more live comm and live like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he did the character and whatnot, but there was no reaction to what was going on screen. You know, feel me? Like, there, you know, it just kind of was what it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was no, you know, with like Mikey, where he got the super spring thing. He's like, we got the this, that, and third. We can do this, and you know, there's really that energy brought from there. But his was kind of more of the acting, playing character the whole time. There was no break for, you know, the solo personality. So I really hope he does make it through to next. Oh wait, no, there's going to be a double elimination. So Bebo deserves to make top 3 given this performance today. But it would be nice to see Arceus make it, just so to see if he would like include that live con, because we haven't seen him do that at all, really. I mean, at least given the last few weeks, he hasn't done that whatsoever. And it would be nice to see, because yeah, we don't really get a feel like you know, when I talk about Mikey, Drag, Tori, Mela, Aspect, Mike, Kokui, Dead Meat, Skis, Bebo, even, I can get a feel for their personality, like who they are as a person, or at least from the content. But Arceus is always a character, which, you know, that's a rabbit hole in itself. But yeah, he really should show the character. So yeah, Bebell's gonna hold this vote right here. Wham. Wham. I really hope she makes it the top 3. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. So in the Uture semifinals, what beat do I want to use? We'll just keep this playing. So yeah, that was the Uture semifinals, man. I'm really anticipating what's going on Wednesday. I'm probably recording a reaction to it, assuming my computer doesn't shit itself again. But yeah, I'm really interested to see who makes top 3. It's good to see that Mikey and Drag Trashley made a top 3 guaranteed. And yeah, next Saturday will be most likely the final episode, assuming they don't do a post-competition episode, like, you know, Mikey getting the prize money and maybe another surprise thrown on top of it. But yeah, it's coming to a close, and I'm really ready to see what happens, who wins and whatnot, and to get started on the case study of the top 5, and to get that video and whatnot, and then also start working on other case studies and anime reviews that I need to do. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm finna punch out, go catch some Z's and whatnot, and then tomorrow come edit, and then the day after tomorrow, or yeah, it'd have to be the day after tomorrow, you'll get a Evil Within video, and hopefully another one, and yeah, we'll breeze